With Ford's Focus RS now terrorizing the streets, it looks as if Subaru is ready to fight back with a completely refreshed version of the WRX and WRX STI. I'm at the 2017 North American International Auto Show. Let's take a first look. Now, when the current WRX debuted back in 2015, it became an instant hit for Subaru. I mean, the WRX and STI name is a big vehicle for the enthusiast market. So with 2018 now approaching, Subaru has made some pretty big updates. You can see the front end is where a lot of you are probably going to notice the difference. There's a new grille, a new front fascia. This STI model that I'm showing you sports standard LED headlights that now steer with your steering wheel inputs, which is new. You can also get that on the WRX Limited. The WRX model will have new outboard fog lights. This particular STI that I'm showing you does not. And overall, I think the look definitely looks a lot more aggressive. I really like the blacked out headlight that you get with the signature Subaru LED daytime running light. Now you can see here looking around the side, these 19-inch wheels are also new for the STI. You also get bigger cross-drilled brakes with 6-piston Brembos. Now you can also get Brembos on the regular WRX. They're 4-piston. They're not quite as large, but I really like the fact that there are yellow painted calipers. Now coming around the side, unfortunately, Subaru still doesn't offer this car in a hatchback. You can only get it in a 4-door sedan body style, which I think is personally a mistake, especially considering that Ford is offering a hatch. And then you also can look forward to the upcoming Civic Type R, which will be a hatch as well. At the rear, the styling changes aren't really as noticeable. The taillights look the same. You still have LEDs. You still have this large wing on the STI model, which you can delete, I believe, if you guys don't want to go for the boy racer looks. The exhaust, there's still the quad look. I mean, honestly, you're not going to really notice any differences from the back. Most of the design changes you're going to find are out in the front fascia. Now, underneath the hood, those of you who are hoping for more power will be disappointed because the engines haven't changed. The STI is still rolling on the same motor that Subaru has been using for the past 10 plus years. This is still the same 2.5 liter flat 4 turbocharged 305 horsepower. The WRX still has the 2 liter, the newer 2 liter with direct injection, about 268 horsepower. Expect an all new engine to debut in the STI for the 2020 model year when Subaru actually redesigns the car. But until then, it all goes through their symmetrical all-wheel drive system, a 6-speed manual only on the STI with a 6-speed manual or a CVT on the regular WRX. Now on the inside of the refreshed WRX and STI, Subaru actually says they made some pretty big updates and really improving the interior quality was one of them, upping the technology. Subarus in the past have never really had great interior quality, and this one definitely will impress you, especially if you haven't really sat in some of the newer products. You can see here there's lots of contrasting red stitching. There's lots of soft materials as well. There's some new leather stitching here along the center console, along the instrument panel hood right here. The materials on the dash are all soft touch. I love the red stitching on the steering wheel, on the shifter, on the seats. By the way, these are the new Recaro seats that come standard, I believe, on the STI, available as part of a performance package on the regular WRX, which also deletes the sunroof, but you get upgraded brakes as well. And the seats themselves, I think they're extremely comfortable, actually, much more comfortable than the Focus RS or the ST's Recaros. They just don't hug you quite as much, and they're also power, which is definitely new. I mean, I never expected that I'd find power seats in a WRX. The infotainment system is also new. Instead of the old 6.2-inch Subaru Starlink, you have the new 7-inch display. I don't believe it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You have to wait or you have to go to the all-new Impreza to get that, which I believe Subaru will probably save for the redesigned WRX. But I mean, overall, the 6-speed manual in here, Subaru also said they revised the gearing, they revised the clutch feel, and it actually has much shorter throws than the last WRX that I drove, which was a 16. The clutch itself is, relatively heavy, but it's a very short travel, so I'll have to wait until I actually drive this vehicle to, give you my final judgments on the changes. Subaru also said that they made the interior quieter with more insulation. The ride has also been tweaked with different steering tuning, different suspension tuning, so they've made this car a little bit more livable, which was definitely a criticism of mine. The old WRX was definitely a little bit hard to live with as a daily driver. It wasn't quite as refined as the Golf R, for example. Now, the all-new WRX will actually go on sale in the spring of 2017 with no pricing yet announced, but I expect it to stay right around the $25,000 range for the regular WRX, and then like the low 30 or mid 30,000s for this particular STI model that I'm showing you. For Redline Reviews at the 2017 North American International Auto Show, I'm Sofyan Bey.